and this is Power Play. So what Governor Jindal was talking about there, and what we referenced at the beginning, and it's rather significant, is how about what cultural standards are for different networks and what they broadcast. Now, that's not a matter of politics, but this is going to, I guarantee you, come into the political realm. And watching it as it comes over the transom are your friend Ford O'Connell. He is a former advisor to the McCain-Palin presidential campaign. Yes, that is true. He is a Republican strategist, also accurate, and you are the chairman of the Civic Forum PAC. Leslie Marshall does not have a PAC. She does, however, have a lot of listeners on her radio show, The Leslie Marshall Show, and she is much beloved as a Fox News contributor.
Listen, my problem here is left or right, Chris, the hypocrisy. You either have to defend a person's right to say something, or you have to say, you know, punish these people. So, for example, if you're going to say don't punish somebody for expressing their opinion, then even though I was offended by Martin Bashir's opinion, they're both in a business.
Let me posit something, Ford, and that is that this could be tremendously lucrative for the Robertson family because, remember, this is the most watched show other than Power Play on cable.
Number one non-science, non-fiction show.
Yeah.
Over 10 million viewers.
And sometimes as many as 15 million for an episode, which is ginormous for cable TV, that these folks very likely could have, in this fractured media era, a great brand of their own on the internet and wherever they go, right?
Well, absolutely. I think that this is a moneymaker for them. A&E is not going to kill their cash cow. He'll be back on the air in March or April. I mean, there's no way around.
You think they'll stick around?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Because
you agree with Leslie?
I agree, because at the end of the day, this is money for A&E. They don't like controversy. This would be better served on Bravo, but at the end of the day, this is about money. When was the last time you tuned into A&E to see anything other than Duck Dynasty?
I used to. I won't tell you what I used to watch on A&E because you'll judge me because I'm a big nerd. So you'll judge me if I say that they used to run Nero Wolfe episodes on A&E. That I see. That's how you get there. So for Republicans now, they're feeling it. You fire up the base. Bobby Jindal's out there, fired up. Sarah Palin want to get fired up, feeling the base, talking about this stuff. There's a quicksand effect, though, here that if you publicly embrace and you publicly state this, as Republicans go into the, and you wrote a book that deals somewhat with this.
Yes.
Your book, which is, I find, blasphemous in its title, but is called Hail Mary, a 10-step playbook for American recovery. Republicans are going to be asked the question, we talked about this yesterday, they're going to be asked the question over and over again, which is he right about what he said? Is it a sin? And more consequently, is it a condition of birth? Is being gay a condition of birth, which is at the core of this issue? Because if it is, then you can't discriminate. But if it isn't, then it gets different.
I choose not to look at it that way. I choose to look at it more as an attack on geography and class. This is the mainstream media's PC etiquette box, and basically, if you're a rural person and you don't
conform... I'm talking about for Republicans, though.
But look at what Richard Grinnell says all day long. Intolerance. Here's someone who's openly gay on Fox and saying sometimes the way that the mainstream media wants to shame you into saying that my belief is right.
There is no question.
I agree that
But I'm saying for the Republican Party in the United States of America, the moment comes where you say, are you with this guy or are you not with him? That you get we're with him, and then they're going to be some guy like Ken Buck, who ran for the Senate in Colorado, who got totally roasted with this question on Meet the Press when he was running for Senate in Colorado, that Republicans who are cheering this guy on.
Because you know what? For some reason, I think it's more acceptable in America for somebody to be homophobic because they're tying it into the Bible. But even though the Bible in the Old Testament talks about slavery and polygamy, that is certainly a racist thing to say.
I'm not familiar. I will not pretend to be familiar. I will not pretend to be familiar with the comments. Did you read those comments? What did he say? Well, what did he say?
Here's what I'm trying to tell you, though, Leslie. And the point is, you want the Jim Crow comments to be more out there. And the reason is because you've made electoral gains over the last 7 years, running the same 3 plays over and over. War on women, hate the poor, and despise minorities. You want to make sure that the black vote stays on your side. What we do know about anti-gay comments and the GOP's gay-hating view is that it kills us with millennials, particularly those under 40 who would actually otherwise vote vote for us. So if I were a Democratic strategist, I'd be pushing the gay side of this equation more than the African-American side. But again, at the end of the day, you guys are going to do what you want to do. But what I will say here is there's a hypocrisy within the mainstream media, and basically if your comments do not conform to the etiquette standards of what they see as right when you're on the coast, then you're in trouble. And Miley Cyrus can go out there and say whatever she wants because she fits into that.
One of the problems that I have with Christians, and Gandhi did as well, is they pick and choose, but some in my family do this all the time, what they want in the Bible. Phil knows that he's not supposed to judge. Phil knows that sin is sin, and he had problems with drinking, left his family. He's not in a position to judge others.
Time. Isn't that what he said? Now, we're going where I didn't want to go with this conversation, but isn't that what he said? He said, Leslie, he basically he gave a Bayou version of Corinthians and said, but it's not my job. But he said it's not my job to judge one man's heart, right? But no, he said that, right?
That's the geography. If
no, wait,
stop.
Leslie, didn't he say that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. However, if he is entitled to his opinion, and he is entitled to put him on hiatus, and people are entitled to buy or not buy the. I'm wondering, because they make so much money, and this has given even more attention to the show and to them and their products and their name, if maybe Phil, being so smart, knew this would happen.
Ford, last word.
Rural America, if you're from rural America and you're not PC and you don't walk on eggshells, you're going to get bitten.
I'm from rural America.
You walk on eggshells?
Well, I walk on eggshells because I'm afraid that they'll figure out I ought not have this great job at the Fox News Channel to figure out that I'm just a half a pundit. But that's why I walk on eggshells.
No,
but you guys are great, Leslie. You always impress. We thank you for making time. Enjoy the sunshine. And Ford, find some sunshine out there. It's almost as warm here as it is in L.A. today, so you can enjoy that.
I'm going to Nassau, baby.
I'm going to Boston.
You're doing it wrong. He's doing it right. You're doing it wrong. Leslie, you did it right today. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. And Merry Christmas, Ford. Okay, so here's the deal. Jerk going to Nassau. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about what the heck.